TMZ reported that Blake Lively has told people that there were multiple reasons that Justin Baldoni made her feel uncomfortable. It's a feminist buzzword. Uncomfortable on set of It Ends With Us.
Hold on to your seats, because what we're about to dive into is one of the most jaw-dropping twists in Hollywood this year. Blake Lively, a name that has long been synonymous with elegance, charm, and a radiant on-screen presence, is suddenly finding herself embroiled in a controversy that challenges everything her career has stood for. This isn't just another celebrity rumor. It's a storm of scandal that's shaking the foundations of Tinseltown. For years, Blake has dazzled us with her impeccable style and warm demeanor, winning hearts both on and off the screen. However, her latest venture, a highly anticipated film adaptation of It Ends With Us, helmed by director and co-writer Justin Baldoni, has taken a dramatic detour from its promising beginnings. What was set to be a celebrated cinematic milestone has now morphed into a battleground of leaked messages, piercing accusations, and an explosive legal fallout that has everyone talking. In a twist that no one saw coming, the controversy deepened when Blake's own attorney made a very public exit from her legal team. This unexpected resignation has only added layers of complexity to an already volatile situation, leaving fans and critics alike questioning what exactly transpired behind closed doors. And could this be the turning point for one of Hollywood's most beloved stars? Stay tuned as we unravel every detail of this unfolding saga. There's so much more beneath the surface, and we're here to break it all down for you. At first, the film adaptation promised to be an emotionally stirring tribute to a beloved novel, with fans eagerly anticipating the magic that Blake Lively's star power would undoubtedly bring to the screen. The project had all the hallmarks of a blockbuster hit, a perfect blend of compelling storytelling and a cast capable of delivering profound performances. Yet, behind the bright lights and glossy trailers, an undercurrent of tension began to ripple through the production. Central to these early rumblings was Justin Baldoni, whose role extended far beyond that of a traditional director. Not only was he at the helm as the director, but he also took on the dual responsibilities of co-writer and lead actor. This multifaceted influence quickly became a focal point of controversy. Reports soon emerged that Blake felt increasingly overshadowed by Baldoni's dominant presence on set. His expansive control over the creative process raised serious questions about whether her own artistic vision was being compromised or even stifled. As the filming progressed, the on-set atmosphere grew noticeably strained. Behind the scenes, whispers of dissatisfaction began to surface, suggesting that Blake was not receiving the level of creative input she had hoped for. Colleagues and insiders hinted that there were disagreements about the direction of the film.
A lot of it's my real-life clothes or my husband's clothes or my girlfriend Gigi's clothes. I was borrowing some...
Wait, that's kind of amazing. So you have something of Gigi's in the movie.
Yeah, it's like a wedding, like something old, something borrowed, something blue, something new.
Wait, which one? Now I want to think of the scene.
Oh, I'm wearing her stuff all over it.
Oh, really?
Tons of like Bodhi, which is with the suit now that I'm wearing is Bodhi. It was meant for my husband, but I borrowed it.
His suit?
It was meant for him to wear, but it's so pretty. Look at it. You guys are not getting it in the shot.
With some speculating that Blake harbored resentment towards Baldoni's assertive control over every facet of production. This tension hinted at a deeper discord, a clash of creative forces that could have profound implications for the film's final outcome. The drama took an even more intriguing turn with allegations of calculated media maneuvering. According to circulating reports, Blake was said to have insinuated that Baldoni was actively planting negative stories in the tabloids. The aim? To damage her reputation and shift public perception in his favor. Such claims added another explosive layer to the unfolding saga, transforming what was once a promising film project into a battleground of conflicting narratives and high-stakes reputations. Each revelation deepened the intrigue, painting a picture of a production far removed from the harmonious collaboration fans had anticipated. With creative tensions, power struggles, and potential media manipulation all converging, the early stages of this controversy set the stage for what would soon become a full-blown Hollywood showdown. In a bombshell revelation that sent shockwaves through the industry, a trove of leaked text messages has thrust the controversy into an even darker light. These private exchanges, intercepted from communications between Blake and members of Baldoni's team, have provided an unfiltered glimpse into the backstage maneuvers of this high-stakes project. One of the most incendiary details was Blake's reference to her husband, Ryan Reynolds. Along with other influential Hollywood figures, she dubbed them her dragons. This metaphor wasn't just a casual quip. It was a declaration of the power she wielded, hinting at her ability to sway everything from marketing strategies and post-production decisions to the very narrative spun by the press. But the drama doesn't stop there. While Blake has publicly cast herself as the aggrieved party, feeling overshadowed by Baldoni's commanding influence, the leaked texts tell a more nuanced tale. Instead of being merely on the defensive, the messages suggest that Blake was actively engaged in shaping the narrative behind the scenes. Far from a passive victim, she appears to have been orchestrating a power play designed to shift control firmly into her own hands. This revelation has sparked intense debates among insiders and fans alike, as it challenges the conventional view of her as solely the one being undermined. Adding yet another twist to the tale, controversy erupted over the editing of these messages. Reports indicate that Blake's team selectively trimmed and modified the texts to cast Baldoni in a negative light, portraying him as dismissive of her comfort and concerns. However, the balance of power in the narrative shifted dramatically when Baldoni's camp released the unedited versions. These complete transcripts contradicted the edited snapshots, unveiling a more intricate and arguably more balanced dialogue than initially presented.
Oh, it's so hard. Look, first of all, being a director is a very lonely job and there's a lot of pressure. And I think the only way that I got through it is I just surrounded myself with people that were so much smarter than me. As it relates to the acting part, it's a heavy load to carry. I wanted to do as much justice as I could to survivors by making Ryle as truthful as possible.
This revelation has only deepened the intrigue, as it underscores a deliberate battle over who gets to control the story. As these conflicting versions of the truth circulate, it becomes increasingly clear that the heart of this scandal is not just about creative differences. It's a calculated power struggle, where every word and every message is weaponized to influence public perception and industry standing. With each new piece of evidence, the lines between victim and aggressor blur, leaving us to question where the true loyalties and ambitions lie in this unfolding Hollywood saga. What began as a series of behind-the-scenes conflicts quickly escalated into a dramatic legal showdown that has left the industry reeling. Blake Lively, determined to assert her position, initiated legal action against Justin Baldoni, citing a range of grievances, from problematic on-set conditions to alleged inappropriate comments concerning her postpartum body. However, the unfolding legal drama took an unforeseen turn when Blake's own attorney made a move so drastic it sent shockwaves throughout Hollywood. In an unprecedented public spectacle, her legal counsel not only resigned but also issued a statement that directly questioned Blake's credibility. In an industry where lawyers are expected to stand by their clients, quietly stepping aside only under the most delicate circumstances, this bold public denunciation raised serious red flags. The attorney's decision to break ranks so openly signals deep-seated doubts about the foundation of Blake's claims, hinting that there may be more to the story than what has been portrayed. Diving deeper into the heart of the controversy, several key issues have emerged that challenge the narrative Blake has presented. One focal point is the alleged offensive comments about her postpartum body. Leaked messages, however, reveal a starkly different scenario. Baldoni appeared to be expressing genuine concern for her physical comfort rather than engaging in disparaging remarks. This discrepancy has fueled debates over whether these comments were misinterpreted or deliberately manipulated to serve a particular agenda. Furthermore, on-set testimonies from crew members have introduced another twist to the tale. Sources suggest that what Blake described as severe production challenges were, in fact, typical hurdles in the demanding world of filmmaking. These insiders argue that the everyday issues of a busy set were magnified into claims of negligence, leaving many to wonder if Blake was, perhaps.
I mean, honestly, the way that I get into a character is through their style. So it was more about who Lily is that was so fascinating to me, is that she's a walking, talking contradiction, yet it's perfectly harmonious for her.
Intentionally overstating the situation to bolster her legal position. Adding to the complexity is the controversy surrounding the film's final edit. Allegations indicate that Blake may have attempted to reshape the final cut to align more closely with her own narrative. This dispute over creative control not only highlights the power struggle at the center of the project, but also blurs the lines between artistic vision and personal ambition. With every new revelation, the legal battle deepens, leaving us to ponder. Is this a straightforward case of on-set miscommunication, or a calculated effort to rewrite the rules of engagement in a high-stakes Hollywood war? Hollywood's reaction to the scandal has been nothing short of seismic, triggering what many are calling a full-blown PR disaster for Blake. The ripple effects of the controversy are already evident throughout the industry, as major producers and studios have begun rethinking their future projects with her at the center. With potential conflicts looming large over any upcoming collaborations, it seems that the fallout is prompting key decision-makers to hit the pause button on new ventures, wary of the complications that could arise from associating with such a divisive figure. Adding fuel to the fire, negative publicity has started to erode even the staunch support of her most dedicated fans. The dramatic exit of her attorney, a move that broke with industry norms and raised serious questions about her credibility, has left audiences confused and disillusioned. As whispers turn into loud discussions on social media and within industry circles, the growing skepticism is not just about the current scandal, but also about the long-term impact on her brand and career. This shift in public sentiment begs the question: can Blake navigate these turbulent waters and restore the trust that once made her a darling of Hollywood? Meanwhile, an unexpected element in this unfolding drama is the uncharacteristic silence from Ryan Reynolds. Known for his typically candid and supportive nature, Reynolds' choice to refrain from publicly defending Blake has only added to the swirling speculations. Observers are now questioning whether his quiet stance hints at underlying strains in their personal relationship or reflects a more calculated approach to the public relations storm. His silence, in contrast to the vocal outbursts we often see in Hollywood, has amplified the mystery and contributed to an atmosphere of uncertainty. On the other side of the spectrum, Justin Baldoni has taken a markedly different approach to the controversy. Rather than diving into personal attacks, Baldoni has chosen to remain anchored to the facts, releasing complete, unedited message logs for the public to scrutinize.
Well, I love romance. I'm a hopeless romantic. Romance is like everywhere in my life, but I had never read a romance novel, and I didn't understand why. And I'm sure a part of that has to do with my unconscious subscription to the man box and I shouldn't, that's not manly. But I read this novel and I couldn't even finish it.
This decision to expose the raw details of the exchanges not only underscores his commitment to transparency, but also invites the audience to draw their own conclusions. By emphasizing open communication and collaboration, Baldoni's measured response stands in stark contrast to the charged rhetoric that has enveloped the scandal, highlighting a professional demeanor amid the chaos. As Hollywood digests these developments, the industry is left with more questions than answers. Is this PR debacle a temporary setback for Blake, or does it signal a deeper, more lasting shift in how personal and professional dynamics are navigated in Tinseltown? With the balance of power, loyalty, and creative vision hanging in the balance, one thing is clear: the reverberations of this controversy will continue to be felt far beyond the set, reshaping perceptions and alliances in the ever-evolving world of celebrity culture. In the end, the most devastating blow to Blake's carefully cultivated reputation wasn't the barrage of leaked texts or the relentless Hollywood gossip. It was the shockwave set off by her own lawyer's abrupt resignation. This unprecedented move not only undermined her credibility, but also sent a clear message to the industry. When the facts are distorted, even the most glamorous personas can crumble. With her legal representative publicly disavowing her claims, doubts have now permeated every corner of her public image, leaving both fans and industry insiders to wonder just how much of the narrative is real. The fallout from this scandal is poised to have long-lasting effects on Blake's career. Major studios and producers, once eager to capitalize on her star power, now view her as a high-risk hire. The ripple effect of associating with someone embroiled in such controversy is too significant to ignore. Every future project may now be scrutinized through the lens of this scandal, with potential collaborators weighing the reputational damage against any prospective gains. In an industry where image is everything, being labeled as a liability could be a career-ending verdict for someone who was once the darling of Hollywood. Furthermore, the potential legal consequences are only beginning to surface. As the case continues to unfold, the implications could extend far beyond public perception. She might be facing not only reputational harm but also significant financial repercussions. Lawsuits, contractual disputes, and the lingering stigma of a tarnished brand could combine to create a formidable barrier to her future endeavors.
We always tease each other. He was, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, if I lost you and I, went to the park with our 3 kids, I mean, think of the ladies I can. Like, this is a horrible thing to say. And he's like, I mean, I've got a long list. And I was like, oh, really? Because I just have 1 on my list. Oh. I don't have anyone on my list.
And then it wasn't funny anymore.
No, it's so much more of a burn. He's like, wait, who? And I was like, think of someone.
Right.
Bob Newhart. I don't know.
With every legal maneuver, the stakes get higher, and the possibility of enduring damage looms ever larger. Ultimately, this controversy stands as a stark cautionary tale for Hollywood. It is a vivid reminder that no matter how meticulously a public image is constructed, it can unravel in an instant when the facts don't align with the narrative. The saga of Blake Lively's scandal serves as a potent example of the fragile nature of celebrity in the modern age, a high-profile reminder that power, influence, and reputation are all inextricably linked, and a single misstep can redefine a career overnight. As the dust begins to settle on one of Hollywood's most explosive scandals, all eyes are now on Blake Lively and her next moves. With her once untouchable reputation hanging by a thread, industry insiders warn that unless she finds a genuine way to regain public trust, her dazzling career could suffer long-term, irreversible damage. The public sentiment has shifted dramatically, and rebuilding that trust in a landscape where perception is everything will be no small feat. The legal battles are far from over, and the dispute is poised to continue in court for months, if not years. Every courtroom appearance and legal maneuver will be scrutinized not just for its immediate impact, but for the lasting effects on her career. The unfolding litigation might result in both reputational and financial repercussions, further complicating her comeback. With each legal twist and turn, the stakes grow higher, leaving the industry and fans alike on the edge of their seats. This case serves as a stark lesson in the cutthroat nature of Hollywood politics. In an environment where even the most meticulously curated public image can quickly unravel, Blake Lively's saga stands as a powerful reminder that behind-the-scenes behavior can come back to haunt even the brightest stars. What was once an emblem of glamour and poise now risks becoming a cautionary tale, a vivid illustration of how swiftly fortunes can change when the truth is exposed. Ultimately, the ongoing fallout not only redefines Blake Lively's legacy, but also sets a new precedent for how quickly an industry darling can fall from grace. With every headline and every court update, the saga reminds us that in Hollywood, the line between triumph and downfall is as thin as a whisper, and just as easily shattered. As we continue to follow every twist and turn of this dramatic feud, be sure to stay tuned. Share your thoughts in the comments, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any updates on this unfolding story.